everyone, and happy Saturday. My name is Callie, and this is another weekend of Clarinets, Cats, and Coffee. In today's video, I am going to give you guys a few exercises from Krupsch's 416 daily exercises for clarinet. And I'm going to turn it into a little bit of a game, okay? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to put the excerpt up on the screen. I'm going to cover up my fingers, and then I'm going to play it. And I want you guys to follow along and try to figure out what fingering combination you would use for each of these excerpts. And so there are a few rules you'll want to follow. One is you want to try to avoid sliding your pinkies at all costs, especially if you're using a French style clarinet like this, where you have 5,000 alternate keys to do everything, so you don't have to slide or roll or whatever. You also want to make sure you are familiar with some of the alternate fingerings for some of the more awkward cross fingerings out there. So one fingering you'll want to use is F sharp, like this sometimes, instead of the middle finger. So you have to think about what would be more appropriate, right? So if you have an F natural, or in this case, you would probably see an E sharp, right? An E sharp next to an F sharp, you'll see that more often in F sharp minor, which is the key that we're going to stay in today. When you see these two next to each other, so you get a nice smooth transition from one note to the next. Nobody likes to hear bloopies here. Sometimes it is unavoidable, but in many cases, it is perfectly legal and very easy to use this fingering. Another alternate fingering that comes in handy is the side key for throat tone F sharp. So we're often taught just the front finger right here, and many times that is the easier fingering. However, in this key, you may find E sharps next to F sharps pretty frequently, and so this is a lot smoother and a lot easier to make sound clean than flipping back and forth like this. So the alternate fingering for F sharp would be thumb plus the bottom two side keys. And I think that's pretty much it. So try to avoid sliding pinkies, use alternate fingerings if appropriate, and most of all, have fun, play musically and expressively. I love these exercises because it forces us to play weird technical things in expressive and musical ways. So, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Let's go ahead and do this. I hope you guys had a good time figuring out these fingerings and playing along. If you all have any questions or comments or whatever, please leave them in the comments below. I know that there are a million ways to do some of these combinations. This is kind of what I ended up doing for this, so I'd be curious to know what you guys do as well. And please feel free to post yourself playing any of these on the Facebook group for Clarinets, Cats, and Coffee. Patrons, thank you all so much for your support. If you're interested in becoming a patron of my channel, I've included a link below. Now, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, a good rest of your week, have fun practicing, and as always, happy practicing.